Hello and welcome to this video presentation. Today's topic is using MongoDB with IBM Transformation Extender 10. I hope you find this presentation both interesting and informative. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter at PaulBrettIBM. Thank you. Okay, let's start the demonstration. The first thing we're going to need to do is actually install MongoDB. As you can see, I have the install that I've downloaded from the internet on my desktop, so let's go ahead and run that now. I'm going to click next, I'm going to accept the license agreement, I'm going to click next, I'm going to go for custom and install all the components. But I am actually going to not install the Mongo Compass component, which will keep the installation up to date. Not that worried about that at the moment. Okay, so the install is proceeding. At some point shortly it will prompt me for administrative rights. And there we go. And now it's actually installing the files. We can go to that directory now and see the files actually being installed. It's created a directory called server there. Let's move that out of the way for the moment, and we can see that the install is finished. So let's go ahead and click finish there. Okay, there are a couple more jobs to do, but I'll show you what happens when you don't do them. Let's go to the bin directory and open up a command prompt and try to start the Mongo daemon. The server fails to start, and the reason is listed there, non-existent data directory. So let's go ahead and create that directory now. New folder data, and then within there new folder DB. Okay, this is where my MongoDB data files are going to go. So that's been created. We should be able to run the Mongo daemon again, and this time we should get a good startup, which we do. Excellent. Right, let's move that out of the way, and start the Transformation Extender 10 Design Studio. I'm going to go into the examples subdirectory, into adapters, and then from there into Mongo. There's an example that's been set up and comes with the Design Studio. The examples only get installed if you choose the custom option and select every option, and then the examples get installed. So let's have a look at this simple map. We've opened the map file, and the README file tells you to first of all run the remove all map, which basically removes any existing artifacts. Now my database is new, so there won't be any, but I'm still going to run this step. So let's go for build and run. The map completed successfully. If we have a look in the example directory, you will note that there is a m4 mongo.mtr adapter trace file, which we'll have a quick look at. So the map has connected to localhost, default port has created and then connected to a FishDB database, a collection called fish, and basically it has deleted all documents from the collection that match fish, and there are 0, so it reports that there are 0. Okay, so the next step that the README tells you to do is to run the insert fish map. So let's do that now. Build, run. The map has completed successfully. Let's have another look at that trace file. It's been updated now for the new map. Same connection details as before, but this time it's telling you that it's inserted into the fish collection an object called red snapper with its appropriate properties. Okay, so the final map to run is the query fish map, which we will run now. Build, run. That has completed successfully. One final look at that trace file. You will note that the documents retrieved, it's been 59 bytes, and there we have from the fish collection the red snapper that we inserted just now. Let's do the equivalent from the Mongo side, and we will run the Mongo client, and we will use the FishDB database, and then we will do a find on the fish collection which gives us the red snapper that we've inserted using ITX. So there we go, a quick summary of using Transformation Extender 10 to insert and query information in a MongoDB database. So let's take this example just one step further. So the insert fish map was reading its information from a file called fishing.json. And let's just edit that for the moment, and let's insert another fish. Let's insert Atlantic cod at around £33. Okay, if I save that file and close, let's go back to the map designer and run the insert fish map. We don't need to build it, we can just click run. Okay, so the second fish has been inserted now. The database does in fact contain 2 fish. Let's just confirm that in the Mongo client. MONGO, use fish and DB fish find. As you can see, my database contains both red snapper and Atlantic cod. Okay, back to my map, and we run the query fish map. Run. That has completed successfully. Quick look at the trace shows us that 59 bytes have been retrieved and only red snapper has appeared. Bit weird, you might think. Where's the second fish gone? Okay, the reason for this is that the query fish map is designed to retrieve only one document. SDF as flag has been used, a single document format, so it will only ever retrieve the first item that matches the query. So let's take that option off. Okay, and build and run that map again. Okay, so now it's retrieving the 2 fish for me, but unfortunately it no longer matches the type tree that we have. The type tree is based on the JSON document, which at the moment is expecting a single item to be returned. So now we need to do a little bit more, a few more changes. So back to the Mongo directory with the example in, and let's have a quick look at the JSON document that we have here. It's fishing.json. Where is it? Right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a copy of that, and I'm going to call the new copy mfishing.json. And let's bring that into the editor. As you can see, the metadata for the map to create the type tree is basically the same JSON document as you use and contains data. To make this into a multiple document style JSON, I'm going to enclose the whole lot in square brackets. Let's just put some carriage returns in there to give it a little bit of structure. I'm going to put some extra tabs in to bring them all in one more. And then I'm going to repeat lines 2 to 6. So we have 2 of them, and then in between the 2 lots we're going to put in a little comma there. So now we have the JSON document is in the multiple document format. It doesn't matter that they've both got the same pieces of data in for now, but I will change that to something else. Let's change this into whale at £3,399. Probably completely wrong. It doesn't matter. Right, so we'll save that document, and we need to use this new document for the query map now, so that we can retrieve multiple fish. So let's go into the input card and change the map from fishing. Let's change the metadata first, mfishing, and then change the type tree to mfishing. Okay. And it says, do you want to replace all of them in all of the maps? Well, we don't want to change the ones in the insert or the remove map, so I'm just going to go for no for now. And you'll note that the input card has changed structure in that JSON is a repeating group. Let's do the same on the output side, because otherwise we'll only be mapping the single fish again. So let's go in here and change this one to mfishing, both the metadata and the type tree. Click no to change them in all maps again. Okay, so now we are mapping across 1 to 1, and technically we really should make this into a functional map. I think this map would probably work, seeing as I'm using the same on input and output, but let's do things properly. Let's do f_multiple fish. So we've put it into a functional map there. Let's right click and create functional map wizard. It's been created, close, and then in the multiple fish functional map, let's drag and drop the rules to map each fish as it comes in. Okay, so this map is now ready to query multiple fish. So let's build and run this map. Okay, good, we get a successful finish on this now. And let's have a look at fish.out, which is the final file that's created. Do you want to reload it? Yes. And fish.out actually contains our two fish now in the multiple doc format. So in summary, what we did there was remove the SDF flag from the adapter command to retrieve multiple fish, but we also had to create an alternative type tree, which we did by modifying a copy of the JSON document to multiple document format, and then the map works to retrieve multiple fish. I hope you enjoyed this demonstration. Thank you for viewing my presentation today. As always, I hope you found it both interesting and informative. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter at PaulBrettIBM to be notified of future content on my YouTube channel. Thank you.